Howdy folks, it's UFO Bob. Today we're going to cover the basic setup for a Sennheiser EW-G4 wireless lavalier mic system. Let's begin by identifying the transmitter and receiver. At first glance they look identical, but if you look at them from the top, the difference is clear. The transmitter has a mute button and a mic line port, and the receiver has an AF out port. Plus, if you look at them from the back, they are clearly labeled transmitter or receiver. In addition, you'll find other useful information such as frequency range. Before we do anything, we need to insert the batteries. To open either the transmitter or receiver, simultaneously press the latches that are on both sides of the case and flip the cover down. Then, insert the batteries. To navigate the menu system, use the up-down arrows and the set and on-off buttons. Now it's time to reset both units to factory default. We'll start with the receiver. Press the on-off button to power up the unit. Next, press the set button to activate the menu. Then, use the up and down arrows to navigate to advanced and press set again. Now, navigate to reset. Then press set, and finally, select yes and press set one more time. Now do the same procedure with the transmitter. Now we're going to scan for frequencies so we can find the strongest and cleanest frequencies around us. On the receiver, press set, which brings up the menu, and navigate to easy setup. Next, select Scan New List and press Set. Immediately, the receiver will scan for all available frequencies. When it's done, the menu will show you banks and channels. Cycle through each bank to see how many free channels are available. Then, choose the bank you wish to use. I prefer the bank with the most free channels. Then, press Set. The menu will now show you the bank and channel you are using. Use the up and down arrows to select the desired channel. Note, frequencies will change as you change the channels. Finally, press Set to store. Note, in general, you should scan for a new set of frequencies at each new location. Now it's time to sync the receiver with the transmitter. Start by pressing the Set button to bring up the menu. Then scroll to Sync and press Set. When you see the sync icon, your transmitter is searching for your receiver. Make sure your receiver is on and place its infrared sensor next to the transmitter's infrared sensor. When they sync, a check mark will appear. You can confirm that both devices are on the same frequency by looking at their menus side by side. For additional confirmation, do a mic check. As you tap the mic or speak into it, the AF indicator will move up and down. Note, the receiver has two level indicators. One is RF, which stands for radio frequency. The other is AF, which stands for audio frequency. If there's a problem with the frequency, go back to the menu. Select Easy Setup again, navigate to Current List, and pick a new bank. One way to improve your audio quality is to use the Squelch function. This prevents hiss or static automatically by muting the channel if the output of the signal falls below a certain level. Navigate until you see the word Squelch. You determine the amount of squelch by selecting either low, medium, or high. When you return to the main screen, the RF indicator will now have a series of dots. The dots represent how much squelch you have selected. If the RF indicator falls below these dots, the receiver will be muted. Note, The higher squelch settings limit the distance you can separate your packs. Low squelch is recommended. Pilot tone is another way to manage signal strength between your transmitter and receiver. It's a specific frequency used by the receiver to confirm that the transmitter is on. If the transmitter doesn't receive a confirmation signal from the receiver, it mutes the signal. In the receiver menu, go to Advanced and select Pilot Tone. Then select either Active or Inactive. On the transmitter, you can manage the sensitivity of the signal from your mic. Simply press the Set button to bring up the menu. The default setting is -30 dB, but you can raise or lower it using the up and down arrows. Cables and connecting to devices. Now you're ready to connect your receiver to a camera, a recorder, or a mixer, and you have a choice of cables to do it. You have a choice of either a 1/8 inch to 1/8 inch jack or a 1/8 inch to XLR jack. For DSLR cameras, use the 1/8 inch to 1/8 inch cable. For an external recorder or a mixer, use the XLR cable. When you connect the cable to the receiver, be sure to tighten the nut so the cable doesn't come loose. Now there are several ways to mount your receiver to your camera, but the most common way is to use the adapter plate that's included. To mount the plate, disengage one side of the spring clip on the back of the receiver and insert the plate. Then re-engage the spring clip. Now slide your receiver onto your camera's hot shoe, and that's it. I hope you found this tutorial helpful. If you did, would you consider hitting the like button or leaving a comment? Heck, why not subscribe? Hit that bell notification. And until next time, this is UFO Bob, out.